Hello, everybody.
Huh?
I'm Leah,
I'm Laura.
and together we are Hot
Chicken.
Chicken. Long time no see, everybody. How are you?
Hello.
Shar.
Hello, Sean.
Good, Shar. Look it. Or Bucky. You can call me Bucky if you'd like.
She simply had to have a onesie.
Can you hear us and see us okay?
Bucky!
Yay!
Cheers.
Bucky's for the win.
We just got delivered our
Coffee.
coffee
We
right
have no
before.
car, so
Cheers.
we had to DoorDash it.
We are streaming here today from my lovely daughter's home
In
Ooltewah.
not Ooltewah,
As Siri
Ooltewah.
says. Siri says Ooltewah,
Tennessee. Tennessee, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I picked that up fast.
I picked up a lot of it.
I've been here
fast.
2 weeks,
Yeah.
and I've been talking like this.
Jennifer says you'll pick it up real fast, the whole thing. I mean, if you go to the store and you talk to somebody
It's
for
all
about
over.
10 minutes,
Not
you're
even.
still talking that way yourself.
How can we help you today?
How can we help you?
Babies are bangers. Mm-hmm.
Thank you all for coming today.
Yes. Nice to see you. Glad to be here. So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, I am sporting my Bucky's onesie. I fulfilled a lifelong dream
Of a Bucky's onesie.
going
Now-
to Bucky's.
Here's the thing. I asked her, what if you have to go to the bathroom?
Now, that's the thing. You have to take it all off. Now, but for men, what is up with this?
Yeah, stand
You
up.
know,
lady.
I'm nothing under it.
Oh,
I can't
she's
show.
naked.
But there's a zipper on the top, and there's one on the bottom. So a man can open it
He
up
can
at the bottom,
whip it out.
whip it out, pee, and be gone. I, on the other hand,
What
You
man
know.
is going to wear a Bucky's onesie? That's all I want to know.
I'm sure there are some.
Mm.
I'm
Okay.
sure there are some.
Yeah.
I am enjoying it. The woman, Stephen, hello.
Hi,
How are
Stephen.
you?
We're good. Thank
We
you for
are
asking.
Fabulous. So, yeah, we are just having the trip of a lifetime.
You got that right.
We are having the most amazing time. And once a few more people, David, hi, look, David, look where I've been. Look where I've been. And not only that,
It has a tail.
I have a tail, y'all.
I tell
have
you,
a tail.
I couldn't bring myself to do it.
She couldn't do it, but she did buy her a big hoodie thing,
Yeah, it's a hoodie
a
thing.
Bucky's thing.
A
you know.
hoodie
Yeah.
thing.
So I
Yeah.
can't see a thing.
Oh, somebody's messaging me. Who could that possibly be?
It's me. It's my husband.
Is
I
it?
don't know if he's in the room, but hey, he says have a good day.
It's Yvonne.
Oh,
Yvonne, you should be here.
Yes.
Hello.
So went to Bucky's. David, I didn't get no chicken on a stick.
I looked at it, David, but I decided
He
on the.
vetoed it.
I did decide on the sandwich, which was a pulled
Hi,
brisket.
everybody at work. I'll see you Monday. Well, some of you Monday. I'll see you Monday, David.
Yes.
I'm going to be so jet lagged. Just saying. I have one day to get my act together.
You know where I'm going to be?
In bed.
Probably sleeping.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
No, I'll probably be making pens.
Mm-hmm.
So we were at a place in Nashville, and we went on a tour. It was a tour, but I want to show what we're drinking.
Oh, okay.
We're drinking cinnamon whiskey
From
the Tennessee
Distillery.
Legend
You
Distillery.
must try the chicken on a stick, he says.
Well, I will.
We were on our way to Memphis, and the museum closed at 5, and we were on a time crunch.
Yeah, we were.
Mm-hmm.
We tried.
We tried, but Laura looked at the picture of it and went, "Are you sure about this? Is this worth missing the museum?"
You know, we wanted
Civil
to.
Rights Museum, chicken on a stick.
Civil Rights Museum, chicken
Chicken on a stick. Yeah.
I go.
Is it like Fireball?
Yeah.
It's in that it's cinnamon whiskey. It's like Fireball, but let me tell you, being a Fireball fan my entire life, well, not my entire life, since Fireball has been a thing.
No, since you started drinking a lot.
I'm about done with her. Good thing we're coming home tomorrow. I'm about done. No,
She's done.
This is so much better.
It is.
Is so much better than Fireball.
It is not sweet.
It's not as sweet.
Yes.
It's more cinnamony.
It's hot. It's hot. It's like putting a Fireball thing in your mouth.
Yes, like those round
Fireball
candies. Yeah.
There.
Anyway, so we flew into Nashville on the 4th of this month of April. And our lovely cousin Gina, picked us up at the airport. My ears. Yeah. She picked us up at the airport. We stayed at her house for a couple of days.
Which was just lovely, I might say. It
was so nice being with family.
Oh.
My cousin Gina and her daughter lives right next door.
Yes.
My cousin Matt lives like 5 blocks away.
Yeah.
And we got to visit with them. They made us a lovely dinner one night.
Oh, yes.
Barbecued. It was so good. My Uncle Chuck has moved here.
He moved in, and he's like, they're all living the dream, I think. I mean, wow, if I could, I'd come.
Yeah, it was just delightful. So on Saturday, Gina, our cousin, and her husband, Jim, the mayor
of Spring Hill,
Tennessee. Had an event to go to. So Laura and I, Charlie.
That wasn't Charlie. That was.
That was the
puppy
man. So we went into Nashville. We took a hayride.
Well, it was a tractor pull.
A tractor hayride with no hay.
Yeah, it was just a trailer with the seats.
David, this is my next Halloween costume at work.
Are you off to work, David? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Get back to work.
No, he says I got to bring this to work.
Oh, I see. I thought you said I'm off to work. See how I roll? I can't read.
No. So we took a tour of Nashville, which took us, and that day that we were there was the Country Music Television Awards. So they were like, everybody's in town, that anybody that's anybody.
Anybody in the country.
And there were road closures. So fortunately, being on that tour was probably our only way to really see the city, because everything was closed off and blocked. So, but it was fabulous. We went by the original
Grand Old
Opry.
Yes.
I mean, and every music road, you're at lunch.
Oh, good.
McDonald's.
Don't have to go back to work yet.
No.
Don't do
so we went down Music Row. We would have driven down Music Row and not known what we were.
I'm not sure you can drive down Music Row.
Well, you couldn't that night.
I don't think they open. I think it's a walking thing. They close the streets and now you just have to walk there. I'm not sure. I think that's what I heard. But it was busy.
It was busy.
Mm-hmm.
And publishing house after recording studio after recording studio, publishing house, and they're all right there in a matter of blocks.
Yep.
It's crazy. So did we make it inside the Ryman Theater?
No,
we did not.
We didn't get to. The only place we got off the tour
was at the distillery.
They must have had a thing going with them.
We made good use of that time.
Oh, yes. But we saw everything. I mean,
we learned so much, things we wouldn't have known. And that was, the tours are the way to go, people, when you go someplace.
Yeah, especially if you're on a time crunch like we are, and we're that day.
Yeah.
I mean, riding the tour guide,
fabulous,
knew everything.
Fabulous.
I wasn't hesitant to toss her extra cash. Really.
We did. We were feeling
flush. Here you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next morning, we all rose bright and early that Sunday morning and drove to Nathan, Arkansas, David. David's home area there of Arkansas.
Nathan unincorporated,
Unincorporated.
right
Nathan
outside
is like,
Nashville.
and Murfreesboro, Arkansas.
I mean, who knew there was a Nashville, Arkansas?
Next to Murfreesboro, which there's
Murfree.
also a Nashville, Tennessee, and a Murfreesboro, Tennessee, right?
Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Say
whatever.
that 3 times fast. Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Murfree.
But anyway, Nathan is this little unincorporated town just full of farms and a 4-way stop with no light.
I can't see your eyes. There.
With no stop sign. I mean, a stop sign, but no stop light. And it is beautiful. The homes, the houses, the land is so green and lush and beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
And it's springtime, so it's not even as green it's gonna get.
Mhm.
The grass grows right up to the side of the road and even over the side of the road. And it's not tall grass. It's just like it's been mowed.
Yeah.
Who has time to mow all that grass?
I
want to
the
know.
cows.
Yeah.
So
The
we
deer.
had rented a Verbo or VRBO vacation rental on this farm. It was called Diamond Lodge or something. Diamond
Yes, that's what it was.
something lodge. And it was owned by the cutest little couple on a farm. They had a chicken ranch.
We're
That was
talking a
whole
chicken
other
ranch.
story. They had cows and horses and 300 acres of
Mhm.
beautiful, beautiful land. And so we'd gone shopping. We placed our order at Walmart. We picked it up. We packed it in. And there basically we stayed through,
We stayed 3 nights.
3 nights.
3 nights.
We saw the total eclipse, y'all.
Total eclipse of the sun. Yes, it was so beautiful. The lodge had 2 porches front and back all the way across, and they had rocking chairs on them, all kinds of chairs. And so we took all the rocking chairs out in the middle of the field and sat there.
Yeah.
Perfect view. I mean,
you can see it on our thumbnail. That's where we sat for the total eclipse. And it was the most magical thing I've ever seen.
Raise your hand if you've ever seen.
Raise your hand if you've ever seen
a total
eclipse. Not like a 99%. Doesn't count.
Because it's so crazy. Even at the very sliver before it goes total, the sun is still bright. It's amazing
you can't
how bright the sun still is with just a little tiny
So
bit.
you're sitting there with your glasses and you're looking at the sun, and as soon as you can't see anything, because in the solar eclipse glasses you can't see anything but the sun, so it went all black, and you knew you could take your glasses off, and there was the corona. There was, but let's just say maybe 4 minutes prior to it going total. We're on a farm, y'all. Now, if we hadn't been on this farm, we would not have experienced what we experienced. Because, you always hear the animals. The animals are going to do
the
this
chickens.
and that,
They have
blah, blah, blah.
so many chickens.
All of a sudden, everything went quiet. The animals were dead quiet.
Mm-hmm.
The cows started to move toward the barn. And it's noticeably getting darker, and it was just quiet. And then you start hearing the nighttime bugs.
It was just like everybody went to sleep.
It was like night.
It was night.
And then the eclipse happened. We noticed a temperature drop of, I would say, probably 20 degrees at least.
It just got cool.
It was like my cousin Bryce was like, "Do you feel that? Do you feel that?" And we were like, "It's freaking almost cold."
Yeah, it was kind of eerie.
Mm-hmm. And then the total eclipse comes, right?
Yes.
And it's like a sunset, 360 degrees around you.
Yeah.
Or sunrise, whatever it may be.
It was like the sun setting all the way around.
All the way around.
Beautiful, like just, and there were clouds. Let's say we were expecting it to be overcast and cloudy.
Oh.
And it was overcast and cloudy. But what
Mm-hmm.
happened was, is you
The
can
good
actually see with your glasses, you can see through the high clouds, you can see the sun. So,
With the glasses.
but right as it was getting towards the eclipse, totality, the clouds just opened up, and it was
sunny
just like,
and gorgeous.
yeah, there were no clouds anywhere. It was like God was saying,
okay,
we want you to
witness this.
see this.
And that happened all over the state.
Yes.
Well,
And actually all over the whole swath or whatever
that was supposed to be cloudy.
Mm-hmm.
We had been watching the weather for a week solid, going, we're probably not going to see it. And we were like, we hope we see it, but if we don't, it's okay, because it's still going to be really cool.
It's going to be cool. It'll be fine.
And it'll be fine.
But I had faith. I knew. I mean, I just felt that it was going to be good. I had this wonderful, relaxed feeling about it. You know, it was. But
it went total. You saw the corona. You saw the diamonds red around. It was indescribable. And if you ever get a chance in your lifetime, it's worth chasing.
Oh, I would just want to say,
I'm taking
in
my family on
2044, I don't remember if it's 2024 or 25. I mean, no, 2044 or 45.
In the United States.
In the United States, if you live in Nevada like we do.
Yes.
I'll be approaching 90 years old.
We're going to be around
now. Just go a little bit north, and it'll be in totality at the northern part of the state. So, hey, wherever you are in 2044 or 2045, there's going to be another one.
Or if you want to go to Greenland, or
we could go
Spain
there
or someplace.
But I think I'll say
in 2027. You can do that, and I'm telling you. He's the Scotsman. Bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Hi, Scott. How are you doing? We're just discussing our trip, our girls' trip.
Yeah, our cousin's trip,
mm-hmm.
which we had a few. My cousin Bryce, my second cousin Bryce, and my uncle just wormed their way in. They were anyway.
I know. Cruise ship, Smitty. Cruise ship. No.
Yes.
We could do that.
If you're going to book that cruise, you better do it like the day it pops up, because I'm telling you, it's going to be.
Yeah, it's something you can't
having them.
The thing is, if you haven't experienced, you go, it can't be all that great. But when you experience it, I can understand why people chase them.
My cousin Gina was saying, we're like, we saw, the annular eclipse at 87%. And she's like, you don't get it. She goes, it's not the same. And we're like, okay.
Scott is off to Amsterdam with his eldest son in October.
Fabulous time.
Love it.
Wow. I would love to see Amsterdam.
That's what I'd do. I would, instead of chasing an eclipse over the seas, I would just go. Mm-hmm. Is there an eclipse in Amsterdam? That would be so cool.
Yeah.
But I would just travel.
Yeah.
If I had that money.
But so the next day was diamond mining day. And again, it was supposed to rain, and it was supposed to be thunderstorms and just be awful. But we were on a mission, because that's why we were there, was to go diamond mining.
Well, that was the original plan.
Yeah.
Vicki, I know you're watching this. Vicki,
yeah.
We did this all for you.
This was Vicki, my cousin Vicki's, her bucket list thing was to go diamond mining. So that's when all of this started. We were going diamond mining, and then lo and behold, there's an eclipse. And not just any eclipse, a total eclipse. Anyway,
Scott experienced one on his birthday.
Oh, what are the
That's
odds
very
of
special,
that?
Isn't that special?
Wow.
I love that.
So diamond mining is an interesting experience.
Well, and it did rain,
And it did, but not until
It
we were
was-
getting ready
yeah,
to leave.
but the whole thing was muddy. And so I figured that, being that it rained and washed down the little hills and stuff, that it would expose the diamonds. And I was just like, I'm looking on the surface for a diamond for me.
I'm like,
I'm
it's a
going to
good
get
look.
that big, major, huge find, about the size of my hand.
I thought if I'm going to get a diamond and the God wants me to have a diamond, it's going to be right here.
Yeah. But you know what I ended up
He
doing?
didn't want me to have one.
I ended up digging in the mud. And we got muddy.
And I fell in a mud hole and broke my big toe.
She did.
Well, I don't
Sprained
think
her
I
big
think I
toe.
twisted it. It's not broken.
Yeah, but it was really fun. And guess who pooped out first?
My cousin Vicky.
Vicky!
Whose idea this was.
Hello.
She dug in the mud for about 30 minutes.
Yeah. And so they had to drag my butt out of it.
I know.
It's like, time to go.
We're good.
We're just going to sit there and diamond mine all day.
I figured once I had fallen in the mud hole, okay, I was muddy from head to toe. I will get video eventually. Well, that's a whole other story. But we'll get video eventually, and you will see I'm covered from head to toe in mud and wet and dirty. And I figured I'm here. I'm going full
And we
balls to the wall.
were borrowing our cousin Gina's daughter's car, a SUV. And of course, we have to keep that thing clean.
Right.
So here we are changing our clothes
In the
our
parking
lot. Hi, everybody, look at me. Ah, just like
Yes.
Scott.
Just like Scott lifting his kilt.
Oh, yeah.
We were lifting our kilts.
We were lifting it. But yeah, we were dirty.
We were dirty.
But we didn't care.
No. So, but it was fun. It was a beautiful day. And then the next day we drove, cousin Gina and fam drove us to Little Rock Airport.
Yes.
Where we rented a car and we parted ways with the cousins.
Before we go further, keep that thought in mind.
I will.
I want to say to y'all, first I'm hot, but whatever. Okay, it's very much.
You're hot. I'm wearing a beaver suit.
Okay, these cars these days have the weirdest
Oh my gosh.
shifting things. This one had a knob that you turn, to get into gear. It's turning. It's like, what is this thing? You push start it, push start it, push start.
Fancy, newfangled.
Yvonne, you're here. Hello. Welcome. We have 2 drinks
Cheers.
now. Imagine this.
Coffee and
Cinnamon whiskey.
So, yeah. So newfangled cars. And when you pull to a light,
This is worse.
it's like it stutters and it turns itself off.
Yeah, you come up to the first time this happened, it was like,
I'm
what's
thinking
wrong?
there's something wrong with this car.
Right.
Why is it dying at every I mean, not to the point where you have to restart it, but it stutters and it coughs and wheezes.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's sick.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so my son, we told my son about it. And he says, yeah, my friend's car does that too. It stops at the light. And then when you start to go, it turns back on.
That's what they do.
And so that's what they do. And then, well, we'll talk later. But anyway, go ahead.
Right.
The thought.
So we parted ways. They headed back up to Nashville. We headed down to Memphis, where we went to the Civil Rights Museum.
Oh, now if you're ever in Memphis.
That is a must-do. Forget about Graceland. This is a must-do, the Civil Rights Museum.
Leah, I think I'm like sticky. I'm sticky. Anyway,
We're in the South. Of course you're sticky.
I just suddenly realized how sticky I am. Anyway,
I'm in a beaver suit.
but anyway, we had to get into this museum quickly because
It closed at 5.
at 5, and I
We
think
got
we
there
got
at
4. Yeah, but anyway, go through it if you have time to go through that museum and actually spend some time.
It ripped my heart.
I wanted to
Ripped
hug
my
everybody.
heart.
Yeah.
Ripped my heart out, you guys. The way
How can we be like
people treat each other, I just can't even.
that? But it's just
why that
fascinating.
is okay. The way the first exhibit you come to is a sculpture of how the slaves were transported in the ships, bringing them over. And I was just mortified.
They showed a
Mortified.
picture of, you know, of the levels of the ship and how they packed everybody in.
Oh,
And they literally had to sit with their legs apart so the person could sit in front of them with their, like, just like dominoes.
You would not treat animals like that.
Absolutely.
You would not transport an animal like that. Why? Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
But you went through the evolution of the civil rights movement and ended with Martin Luther King, his thank you. Okay, fine.
Can't see your face.
Fine, I'm taking off my beaver hat. Now look at my hair, I have beaver hair. Look at that.
I'll scrunch it up for you.
Thank you. Anyway, with the Martin Luther King, Lorraine Motel, where Martin Luther King was assassinated, they took this motel, the actual Lorraine Motel,
the whole thing,
and transformed it into the Civil Rights Museum. So they have maintained the structure, the exterior structure of the hotel, so it looks the way it did back in the day.
And also added on extra.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, but the tour ends going into Martin Luther King's hotel room and the room where his entourage stayed, and just unreal. Just
people. We can do better.
We can do better. Let's not repeat history.
Mm-hmm.
It appears that we're trying to do that on certain levels, and no, it's not okay. Mm-hmm. We're all people.
Let's do better.
Let's just do better.
Mm-hmm.
Love one another. What does Jesus teach us? Love. That's right. So cheers to that. Let's do better.
Do better.
So then we drove to Huntsville, Alabama. We went through Mississippi. We went from Memphis down through Mississippi over to Alabama. And I was like, how did we get in Mississippi?
It's right there.
I guess.
The highway is one of those highways that just weaves in and out.
And let me say, there is a Dollar General, a Baptist church, and a gas station on every corner.
In every town.
In every
town.
Every junction on the freeway. I mean, it's like not even another town.
It's like, do the gas stations and all the people, they have like this thing going on with the Dollar General, Baptist church, gas station in every town.
Every junction.
And at first we noticed it. And then as we were driving through, we're like, oh, there's another, there they are. By the time we were done, we were actually laughing because it was funny. Mm-hmm. Everybody loves a good Dollar General.
I'm telling you.
I love that. You know, you go to your church, you go on Wednesday night, you go on Sunday.
Then you go to the Dollar General.
You have to go shopping and get gas,
I guess. All works out.
It was cute.
And not like, like when I'm driving through Nevada, you see a gas station. You may not see, if you're out in rural Nevada, you're not going to see another gas station for maybe 30, 40 miles.
Right.
Here, we're talking every 2 miles. At least.
It seemed like that anyway. It really seemed like that for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, we finally made it to Huntsville, Alabama, where we spent the night.
Yes, we did.
But first, we went to Buc-ee's.
I forgot about that stuff.
We went to Buc-ee's, y'all.
We've done
at 10 o'clock at night.
We've done so much in this trip that it's hard to keep track.
I'm telling you. We went to Buc-ee's, y'all, at 10 o'clock at night, got us a brisket sandwich, got us some beaver nuggets, and some toasted nuts.
Toasted
pecans.
Pecans, yes, pecans. They were good. Now the brisket sandwich, I have to admit,
She didn't
it
like
was
it.
late. They weren't brisket on the board. It was late.
It was
So they
late.
weren't cooking briskets at that time.
So it had been sitting there for an hour or so,
Mhm.
probably.
So I didn't.
But I
care for
enjoyed it.
it.
She just didn't like the chop when it was chopped up. Next time we went, she had a
I had the
slice,
slice and it was good.
but I liked the chopped. Anyway, so then we drove up to Chattanooga into Ottawa.
Siri says again, because if you say, I need to go to blah, 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 Ottawa, she don't answer
She
you
don't
because
know
she
what
doesn't
that
know what that
means.
is. But you have to say Ooltawa.
Which isn't how you say it.
I mean, it's how it's spelled.
Yeah,
It's not how you say it.
no.
So I'm like thinking, okay, I'm going to say it the way my daughter says it.
Ottawa,
Ottawa,
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
That's how they say it here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've been here ever since, but no, not really.
No, we haven't.
No. So we got here on a Wednesday. We spent Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then on Monday. What did we do in Ottawa though? Before that,
Yeah.
we went to Ruby Falls, y'all.
Ruby Falls. Now let's talk about Ruby
Let's
Falls.
talk
It is
about
really
Ruby
cool,
Falls.
by the way. It's this cave. There's a mountain that's like this big cliff mountain. They call it Lookout Mountain because it's during the Civil War. You know, they had troops up there, and they did all. You know, that's this area is where the big battle happened. Big battle. And they have discovered this cave. They had discovered this cave later on, but before that, they built this train track in front of it, so they couldn't go right through. To you know, anyway, so the dude, I can't remember his name.
I can't remember
But
his
his name.
wife's name was Ruby.
His
That's
wife's
the
name was Ruby.
Ruby Falls.
So he built an elevator down to this.
The mountain was calling him. He was
Yeah,
like, I need to explore this cave.
because he
They can't
found that there was
rest.
like a little tiny space that he crawled into.
Mhm.
And then crawled into it. You can't, squeezing through. And finally, he comes across this big cavern that has this giant waterfall. You guys can't believe how
So
giant.
amazing.
So they built an elevator down and then excavated so people could walk through, and they made it an attraction.
Yeah. So it was so beautiful.
Mhm.
However, when we got home, Laura was videotaping, and if you've been following Laura on Senior Moments, and I hope you
No,
all
it wasn't
are,
Senior. It was on my main
Oh,
page, Laura.
whatever.
Yes.
So she posted some videos, and when her daughter got home from work, we were sharing the videos with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's watching one of the videos, and she's like, "What? What did they say? What?" And we're like, "What? What happened?" She plays this video, pull this video up because you all got to hear this.
I'm going to say,
We're walking through the cave. Now, Laura and I were toward the end. There was probably about 20 people in our tour.
yeah. But everybody was really spread out.
Yeah. When we show you this clip, you will see that I am probably 15 to 20 feet ahead of Laura. And then there were only two people. We were way at the end of the group, and you're single file basically. But
Yeah.
there was a couple behind her, and they were pulling way back. They were doing their thing, and they were, not anywhere near her. So she was videotaping and taking pictures and
I was stopping,
and she was
walking with
literally
I
by
did it with my
herself.
camera. Anyway,
Mhm.
so here's this video, and I'm going to play it now.
Can y'all hear real good?
I hope so. Okay, let me go ahead.
Did you hear somebody call her
A
a bitch?
Hello. I was literally walking. There was nobody with me, and if somebody had said that to me,
She would have heard
I
it.
would have known that. If
I
any,
would have heard it. You would have heard it. There was nothing that was audible at the time.
it was quite something. Like I don't know what that was.
We think it was some spirit.
Somebody
That's
that needs
the
to go
creepiest
home.
thing ever.
Yeah.
That's right, Smitty. The creepiest thing ever.
Yeah, because I don't, I've been one of these people that think that that Satan plays tricks on you to make you believe that there are spirits
Well-
following you around.
Well,
And I've always said that, but why? I mean,
why you?
why me? I don't know.
I went back through all of the footage. I was videotaping.
There was
I
nothing
was
on her.
videotaping the entire thing.
Oh,
Star!
Hello, how are you?
I videotaped the entire journey through the cave and played it back to see if I heard anything.
There was nothing, and it was quite echoey, really. I mean, but that voice was like it
A
was
spirit
right next to
having
me.
that.
A spirit having a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that they don't exist because the Bible says just don't mess with that.
Yeah.
We weren't trying to mess with it.
I don't mess with that.
But what was interesting was that after the tour, before we knew any of this, the tour guide was saying, "Oh, at night we do on every Friday night we do lantern tours. So they turn all the lights off in the cave, and they go through. Everybody has a lantern, so that's a fun tour you can do. We also do ghost tours, and we do those. Blah blah blah. Very blah blah blah. There used to be a hospital below the cave." Because during the Civil War, they would bring the wounded in there.
Yeah, which that's the train thing.
Yeah,
I think
into the tunnels, and so
I don't know, but it kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies.
it kind of gave us the heebie-jeebies. There was a little orb in the video, but we're trying to explain that
I
away.
think I've explained that away, but
Yeah,
I think
whatever. You cannot explain away the voice.
yeah, there was a voice.
There's a voice. Just saying. So anyway, that was fun.
So I posted it to a paranormal group.
Have you heard anything?
I have not heard from them. So I just want to hear what they say. I would like to know if anybody else.
I'm with you, Smitty. I'll hold the purses too.
I'm not going back in the
We're
cave.
not going back there on a non-ghost tour, a ghost tour, no tour. We're not going. But again, a very good tour.
It was a very
At
good
the time.
I tossed my guys some money.
We
Oh, hey, that was wonderful. You told me everything I needed to know. Except who
Except
that
that there
was.
was a spirit following me. Yeah, but excellent tour. And then
Actually, I would recommend it. I mean, I doubt if you'll have the same experience as I did.
right.
And I didn't during the time I was walking. It was only after when I played back the video.
Right. I mean, when we were there, we didn't get any creepy vibes or anything.
No.
I didn't.
Except Miss Mo.
Oh, Mo. Wait, I got to show.
But you can't, do you have it on your
I
computer?
have it on my phone.
Because you could like share it.
I know, but I don't.
I have it too. She found in that scene where there was
She combed
interesting,
over that.
there was an interesting pattern in the rocks, which we'll show you as soon as
Keep
Leah
talking.
finds it.
Keep
Yeah.
talking.
So what do you all think about that? I mean, really?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, there was no, if somebody called you that, would you, I mean, you would know it, right?
Mo
here she
sent
goes.
us pictures so you can see she's circled something.
You can't really see it too well.
But
don't
it's
know
like
if
a
you can-
face. Looks like a
Looks like
ugly
a
face. An
face.
ugly face.
Like this.
Anyway, there it is.
No glasses, like this.
I mean, and then when I saw that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no ghost tour for Mo.
Yeah.
She holds the purses.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
I don't think I would go back. I really don't. But anyway, the next day, it was I think that was a Saturday or something, but the fam, Laura,
On
her
Sunday,
daughter,
it
and grandchildren and son-in-law,
was Sunday after church. What? No, it was
That was
Saturday.
Saturday.
It was Saturday.
we all went to, Shar.
Let's see what Char says. Girls, I'm clairvoyant and hear them sometimes. Not that I want to be. I know. See, that's what I think, because things happen to me sometimes, and I try to ignore it because I just don't want to.
Because the Bible says don't mess
Don't
with
give
it,
them any time. Well, I
Yeah.
think I've given them enough time.
right?
Stop it.
Anyway,
Oh,
anywho's, we went downtown Chattanooga. Oh, we also went down ourselves, and we went to the Chattanooga
choo choo.
I didn't know there was such a thing, but the Chattanooga train station,
Yes.
it's a historical spot, is no longer an active train station. But from that train station, you could go anywhere in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
It was
like
like
a
the
hub.
central hub.
Yeah.
You could go anywhere. And we saw the Chattanooga Choo Choo and the historical train station, and it was so beautiful. Yeah. So,
Is this Charlene?
Charlene, how are you?
Yes.
Here, I want to see my beaver hat.
Show her beaver. She's wearing a. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Show her beaver costume.
I'm wearing a beaver costume. Bucky Beaver. I'm wearing a Bucky's costume. Well, it's a onesie. It's not a costume.
It can be a costume. I would call it a
I'm gonna
costume.
wear it on Halloween. Anyway, so and then the next day we went to we took a duck boat tour. Another tour.
Hello. Stop it,
Again, an amazing tour.
Of the town, we went into Chattanooga down to the river, and
Tennessee River.
down to the Tennessee River, and caught a duck boat with the family. We had breakfast, or actually a brunch,
Mm-hmm.
and then we caught the boat of the Tennessee River, and they take you for a tour around the town in this duck boat, World War II duck boats.
Yeah.
We learned all the history about the boats.
Yeah.
And why they're called duck boats, which
Yes, I've been on many duck tours
mm-hmm.
in Alaska, in other places. I've been on duck boats.
But these boats
Never
were
told me the
made
history.
for the war.
Yeah.
And we drove around town in this thing, and then he drove down a little hill, and it went right.
He goes, "You guys, you want to go fast or you want to go slow?" And of course, what does everybody say? Let's go fast. I didn't think he was really going to do it. So going down this boat launch, like you would launch a boat, and just like floored it. And I'm like, ugh.
It felt like a roller coaster. It's that unknowing feeling. It was really good.
It was crazy. Anyway, and then we went on the river, and it was just, he let the kids drive. Aiden got to drive the boat.
Yeah, my
With our
5-year-old grandson.
So cute. And it was just a lot of fun. We had a great time.
He gave a lot of history of the bridges and the floods and everything, and the dams that they've built, and it was very interesting. I'd recommend that for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I mean, just the information was worth it.
I am sold on tours because you can drive through a town and go, "Oh, that is a beautiful building," or "That is a gorgeous garden," or whatever.
Yeah.
But you don't know the history of it.
Right. You don't know.
So anyway, well then we went Sunday after church, we went to church, y'all.
We didn't rent a car.
We did rent a car.
No, we
Sunday
didn't.
night.
We took Jennifer's car to the battlefield.
We went. Oh, I missed a whole thing. We've done so much.
Just saying.
I missed a whole afternoon.
Yes, you did.
After church, we went to the Chickamauga
Chattanooga
battlefield. For the
Battlefield History
the
Museum.
first ever military museum.
Yes. And for 3 days, this battle went on, and it was just
bloody.
It was a terrible battle. Oh my gosh.
The Civil War is just, again, related back to the Civil Rights Museum because it's all tied in with each other. But I mean, that's where it started.
Mm-hmm.
It just, people, really, let's do better. Let's not repeat history.
But just saying, this war between the Union and the South Confederates,
Mhm.
I mean, to find out that within 3 days, 10,000 people
died.
passed. And, you know, when we pulled in to this area of the battle, it was just such a heavy
It was
feeling.
overwhelming to me because we pulled in and I
Mhm.
thought, oh, we're going to go see this battleground. We can get out and walk around and blah, blah, blah. No.
Mhm.
It was massive.
It's not just like this field. I mean, it's like huge. And then it
Miles and miles and
yes,
miles.
it's
It would
huge.
take you, if you wanted to go look at every monument, every placard, everything, take you,
I'd say a week.
days,
Mhm.
weeks, a week at least. But each installation, military installation, each state, each county has a historical marker out there, and their markers where things specifically happened.
And the different groups of men from different, like
Yeah.
Texas, I don't remember
Right,
battalions,
different installations,
yeah, but yeah,
battalions, whatever. And
they were from all over.
all over.
Mhm.
And we watched a movie, and they actually had correspondence of some of the men to their wives.
And they said if you and your family or friends have pictures from that, you know, of people that took part in the war and that were there or had any kind of history with it, to send it to them, and they would, you know,
Yeah,
display those pictures.
they had displayed pictures, groupings of pictures of men that had lost their lives, which they rotate out from time to time, so they can show more. So,
But again, we got there at the very closing time and didn't get to
experience
the whole
museum
thing
to the fullest
because we went to church, and I think we had something to eat, and then we took off with the car. And we were like, "Oh, we're gonna go, just go."
So we did take the drive. We went to the museum first, thank goodness, because they were going to close.
Yeah,
And then we did the driving tour, which
they
was,
have like audio that
just-
you can look up online,
yeah, it was beautiful.
and you drive around to the different areas, and they have an audio playing for you.
Yeah.
So you can
Right.
know
But
what
if
happened
you
there.
wanted to do it in its fullest, it's going to take you days,
Yeah.
at least days, at least. So I'm sweating. I'm gonna,
Here. Oh no,
no, give it.
give it to me. The day that we went to the duck tour,
Yes.
we had to wait for a bit for the duck tour to start, so we went to a crafts fair.
Mhm.
We bought a little Sleepy Hollow apothecary and soap shop, lemongrass and tea tree.
I got
She got the peppermint. I got this just
nice
because
place. It has
I
this-
thought it would be great for mosquitoes or whatever, and it really smells good.
it smells delightful.
I also got Happy Hippie lotion bar.
Oh, that is fabulous.
And you put this on your skin. I've been like, you know,
I take it out and rub it all over my
she
legs.
just rubs it. I just take a little piece of it. And go in my-
I just
oh
take
yeah, baby! I smell like patchouli. It's so good.
It doesn't really smell too.
It's not. It's not like overwhelming
I hate
patchouli.
patchouli.
And she likes this,
I do.
but it's
I
really
do.
great. It's made out of goat's milk.
Yeah.
It says goat's wax. Wait, beeswax, shea butter, apricot, mica, kernel oil, and cocoa butter.
Yeah.
And goat milk.
I mean, we just have had, and then then Sunday night
yes,
we
now we're
rented
back.
a car,
We rented a car
which
again.
we got a different car, and
And yes,
it
was
did the same thing.
Yeah.
It like sputtered and tried to stall out. We realized that's a thing with new cars.
It has a different type of gear shifter. Like it's different. She was driving, but
Yeah.
it was like weird. They're weird. The new cars, each one of them are weird.
Oh, they're weird.
I'm used to the old fashioned.
I only got old
thing.
cars, people. My car's a 2017.
Mine's 16
It
and I'll
doesn't
keep
do
it.
that. Yeah, I guess someday I'm gonna have to get one of these newfangled things, but yes. Well, Charlene, yes, we went to church and it was fabulous, and
I love my daughter's church. It's
It's
just,
really a
I
nice
wish
church.
it was in my town, but it's not.
so then Monday we drove to Dollywood.
Dollywood.
That was lovely.
I know.
Where we took a VIP experience tour. And it was, I've never been to Dollywood. She's been once, where it was very extreme.
It was so crowded when I went before, and I'm sure you guys heard me say it. I would never go back on a tourist day like that. It was like a, oh, anyway.
Anyway, we got there at 10 a.m. We had booked a VIP tour. I figured I'm probably not gonna do this again. And I've never been to Dollywood, so why not experience it to the fullest and just go all out? And the price of the tour, you would be shocked, was not bad at all. And by the time you add in what they gave you, like
And then the food.
preferred parking, the meal, all of the things, it paid for
It
itself.
basically did. Plus, I mean, we rode everything we wanted to ride, which was every roller coaster in the park.
Which was everything we wanted to ride,
And we saw shows.
and reserved seating.
We saw a group there. They were called Kingdom Heirs.
Look them up on Apple
You
Music.
guys
or wherever
type
you stream
Heirs,
it.
Heirs, Kingdom Heirs. They are an old-timey gospel group that just,
So good.
they're so good. Just,
so good.
they're 4-part harmonies, and just
so good.
singing the old time,
Here's the thing, though, about Dollywood is the music.
Yeah.
The park is full of music, and I'm talking live music,
Mm-hmm.
not record. We went and saw the Dolly Parton show. It was the life of Dolly Parton.
Yes.
And I went from when she was a little girl up to current time. And they had a live band.
A live band.
15-member
A
cast.
full cast of people. And they just went right.
Spectacular.
And my mouth was dropped open. These people were Broadway
Caliber.
bound. Yeah.
They were Broadway caliber performances. And they had a cappella groups singing in the park. They had bluegrass bands playing. And then we went to
And I have to say, the whole park is just spiritful. I mean, it's like they're not afraid to say, yes, we love God. You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Everybody, all the shows. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
It gave me the
It
good,
was such
good feeling.
a good vibe. And we had a tour guide named Catherine, and she was just delightful.
Yeah.
Again, another tour guide.
Hello.
Worth it.
Yes.
She was worth every penny. She was just a delightful young lady, fresh out of college.
Yes.
And
she liked to walk fast, however.
We're old.
We're
But
too old.
And when we said something, she said, "Oh,
She
no."
slowed down. We could sit down,
Yeah.
Hey, you got a couple ladies broaching 70. We can't walk that fast, hon.
And let me just say, Dollywood is like an uphill
And
battle.
when we say, yeah, it's hilly, it's more than hilly. It's like a hike.
I've never seen a theme park like that. I mean, I thought Magic Mountain was hilly.
No.
No,
Not
Dollywood's like climbing the Smoky Mountains.
Well, we were.
We were. So, it was a fantastic day. We rode. I am almost done with that video, so you'll be getting that hopefully today or tomorrow.
Potential spam. I will not answer right now.
Not right now. We're not in the mood for
We're
you.
just not in the mood.
Yeah, what was I saying?
We were, I don't know.
I don't know. It was fabulous. We rode, I mean, there's
Caught me off
so
guard.
many good, there was only
Hilly.
one roller coaster. It was hilly.
Yes.
One roller coaster I couldn't ride because my knees don't bend.
And it had a leg restraint.
And it had a leg restraint, which forced your knees back under your body, sort of.
Mhm.
Couldn't do it.
I did it.
You did it.
Woo! Let me say, those roller
It
coasters
was
are
called
good.
Lightning Rod.
I spent probably 50% of the time out of my chair. It was like, all right. Yeah.
It was fun.
It was hooping and a hollering,
It
just
was
saying.
fun. And Catherine just made sure we would go through the accessible line, and only people.
Char has to leave.
Oh, we love you too. We're going to be leaving soon too, because but although we're not, I mean, we're trying to tell you everything, and there's so much.
I know.
We, the only people we didn't trump in line were the handicapped people, or the accessible line.
Yeah.
So we would stand in that line, but we went not to fast pass line. We went
To the front of the line.
And it was fabulous. So we didn't wait for anything.
Do you mind saying how much it cost?
I do not.
Okay.
It was $300, and
included a very big lunch. I mean, lunch we couldn't even eat. It was so much.
it was like a $30 lunch.
Yeah,
It
was
was
great.
If you included like if you wanted to buy the fast pass, which isn't even as good as what we were privy to,
Yeah.
that would have been, fast pass was $65 for 5 rides.
Wow.
So if you wanted ultimate, that was like almost $100.
Yeah, no, it was
So-
worth it. I would pay for
And
it
then
again.
preferred parking was $50. We literally pulled in, you'll see in the video, we pulled in, they had 3 VIP VIP parking lots, parking places, and we pulled right into the first one.
Right? Walk right down the
front.
hill, but at the end, we had to walk right up that hill again. It was like
Yeah,
my knee, I don't think my knee will ever be the same again.
no.
I can't walk today because of it. But anyway.
So anyway, it was lovely. We had a fabulous time at Dollywood. You'll see the video very soon. And I would just want to say I've been having so much trouble uploading video off my phone, off my camera for some reason. And to me, I love doing YouTube. I love creating videos. But when I have trouble that I can't seem to at the time overcome, it makes it not fun
She
anymore.
gets a little
I
frustrated.
get a little testy.
You should have seen her. Oh my God, I
And
feel
that
so
just
bad
takes,
for her.
takes the fun out of it. I like the creative process. But that, anyway, I digress.
She digressed.
So we stayed that night in Pigeon Forge, and we stayed at a little hotel right on the Pigeon Forge River Creek.
Which
whatever
was
it was.
beautiful. I mean, right out our balcony was the river right there. And across was a bunch of camping areas, and there was geese and doves.
It was
People were
beautiful.
fishing. It was so pretty.
And the next morning we had breakfast there, which was delicious for a free hotel breakfast.
It was.
The only thing we can say wasn't
Oh.
was the coffee. Who does that? How is that a thing?
When you go to a hotel and they put those little packets of coffee there, and you make the coffee and you taste it, and you're like,
It's like dirty
this is
dishwater.
terrible. That's how the coffee and the breakfast tasted too. Who makes that coffee? Who are those people?
Yeah.
And who buys that coffee? Stop it.
Stop it. Don't buy that no more.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, you should. You should, Charlene. You should visit.
You should. And
There's
Dollywood
so
is
much to do.
They have the cutest little chapel at Dollywood. Anyway,
Yeah.
watch the video because she talks on my video. You hear a lot of the history because Catherine was spewing out more information than I could capture. But the next morning we woke up. We had breakfast. We went on a pink Jeep tour.
Hello. They have
Excellent.
pink Jeep tours in other towns too. So look for
Grand
those because
Canyon, Sedona,
if you can do them, do them.
Las Vegas.
They're so much fun, and they tell you so
Yeah.
much again about the history
We
of
took a tour of the Smoky Mountain and the
National Park.
National Park, and we
Mhm.
went up the Muddy Fork Trail.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've never seen the
So
likes of it. I couldn't
beautiful.
imagine in a month what it'll look like.
it's-
Things are just blooming now, and
Ah.
it's just so green and beautiful.
the Smoky Mountains are worth a trip unto themselves.
Mhm.
I would love to go camping, or I just.
And
it
not
was
to mention
beautiful.
Pigeon Forge is like a giant amusement park.
That is the biggest tourist over Las Vegas, biggest tourist trap I've ever seen in my life.
You could spend money there, like you'd have to spend a couple $1,000s there to see all the fun things,
yeah,
which we didn't do.
Titanic Museum, Alcatraz
Hollywood
Museum, the,
Wax Museum,
every kind of mountain coaster, which we
mountain
did do.
coasters,
And just go-kart
speedway
tracks,
tracks.
golf courses,
Mhm.
mini golf courses,
Mhm.
little amusement parks,
Food.
dinner shows like pirate shows and the Stampede, and
Yeah.
all kinds of things. Yo, you went on
You
one
did? Oh, that is
just
so
an
cool.
hour away. Wow,
Why can't I show her a comment?
you're not.
Okay, there we go. Hello.
Yeah. So
You
it was
did. That is so cool. Yeah, those are great.
our tour guide on that trip again.
Yep.
He was fabulous.
Money, money, money.
Yeah.
You deserve the money.
Yeah. I mean, these people know their stuff.
They do, and they talk about their own personal interests. You know, this guy was really into plants
Flora
and
fauna
and trees and
the wildlife.
the wildlife, and you know.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what the Smoky Mountains is all about.
I know. And then there's like all kinds of old cabins and things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, the tram. Yes.
So what's the tram? What
In
is?
Palm Springs.
Oh, that tram. Okay.
We've been on that tram long when we were children,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Up to the top. I remember that.
and it was snowing.
I
up there,
can't do
so
it. Why can't I do?
You have to hover here.
Really? Okay. She did it.
Okay. You want to put her
I
up?
want to put going on a tram.
Oh, that.
We didn't show it.
Okay. There. Anyway. Thank you. Thank you. So then we went on some mountain coasters. We went on the Smoky Mountain Alpine Coaster twice. Then we went on the Lone Mountain or the Lost Mountain Coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Laura went on that one
Twice. Because they didn't get my video the first time. This one had a camera pointed right at you.
Taking video.
So you're going down enjoying the thing, and you're like continuously aware that there's a freaking camera taking your picture. But then I couldn't get it at the end, so I complained, and they said, "Oh, take another ride on us. We'll do it again." So of course I did.
And then by that time she's like
I
motion
was
sick.
like, ugh. I was so motion. You guys, as you age, when you get to almost 70, you're like,
I can't do that anymore.
something about this vestibular thing. I got so sick. I was just sick.
Yeah.
Even during and after Dollywood, towards the end of Dollywood, I was just like
And I didn't have
nauseous.
to go to the hospital. Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, I got nauseous on the last roller coaster or the mountain coaster ride.
Yeah.
So then she goes to the
Goats on the Roof.
Goats on the Roof.
Mountain coaster. I went on that one. Laura couldn't go, but I went.
I couldn't do it.
It was the fastest of them all. It was so good.
I
But
didn't go on the fastest of them all.
No, you didn't.
She says that just to make me upset.
No, I'm just saying it was fast.
Mm.
I liked the Alpine coaster the best.
I loved it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
beautiful time. And then we left and came back here to the daughter's
Ooltewah.
house, to Ooltewah.
Ooltewah.
And there we've been. And last night,
This is the best part of it all.
well, I can't say the best part.
I can say I enjoyed it as much or more
as the
than.
total eclipse. It was just
Yeah. No, I can't. Yeah.
Mm.
It was good. Go ahead.
Everything was different.
Yeah.
Casting Crowns.
Casting Crowns concert.
If you don't know Casting Crowns, find them on Apple Music or wherever you stream music. Incredible concert.
Yes, it was so good. I went
Incredible.
to church last night. It was
Yeah.
great.
It was
It
spectacular.
was really good.
It was
Mhm.
spectacular. And however,
Yeah.
the theater,
Which was what? It was the Veterans
it was the Soldiers and Sailors
Memorial
Theater.
Yes. And
Old
it's
as-
old.
It's old, very
Old as
historic,
dirt.
beautiful.
Yes.
However,
I mean, you had to walk up 20 million stairs to get to where we sat because we were on the balcony in the front of the balcony. And then when you got in, you had to walk downstairs to the seat. And don't most theaters have little handrails that you could, or little things you can hold as you're walking down those steep stairs? Well, this one didn't. So we're like,
first of all, we had to go up like 3 flights,
yeah, no elevator.
which is okay, but when you have bad knees and you have been, I'm telling you, Charlene,
Mm-hmm.
they are
The whole theater was just singing right along, and you know, they just testified. It was great. Anyway,
it was unbelievable.
um,
Unbelievable, and hearing their stories and how they came to be, and
mhm.
just, it was their 20-year anniversary concert here in Chattanooga. And
the fact that they started as
a
a
youth
he's a
ministry
youth pastor in a church, and he had these
for
people
worship team,
as the worship team, and then
for the youth group.
they all felt led to go to Georgia.
Well, he got a calling to go to Georgia.
Yes, but he brought everybody.
But he said, so guys, this is what's happening. They were in Florida, Daytona Beach, at a church there and leading worship. And well, which when he went to the church the first time, he went to the 2 people that did the music ministry and said, can I sing with you?
Yeah.
And they went, I guess. So they started singing together, became, very popular in the community. They did shows outside of the church and still led worship at the church and did the youth ministry. But then he got a call to go to Georgia.
Yes.
And so he said yes. And then he went to his 2 people that he was with at the church and said, so here's the thing, do you want to go? And they said, well, let's go home and pray about it. And they all came back and said,
okay,
yep, let's all go to Georgia. So they packed up and went to Georgia.
And this little church that they went to, and they were singing in, they had like, a youth ministry of about 6 kids, 6 people.
Yeah.
And then they just grew into this group, and they still.
And Charlene, it was fabulous to hear them tell the story of how they became. I mean, they were touring outside, and the church people went, you guys are so good. We're going to get some money together. They all had private donations from the church to record a little album, which they did, just, for the church, and, it wasn't published anywhere or anything. Well, one of the kids in the youth group went off back to Florida for a basketball scholarship or something. One of the kids in the youth group, and they were there, and he was at a Sawyer Brown, or he saw Sawyer Brown somewhere.
I don't know. I can't remember.
The lead singer for Sawyer Brown. You guys all remember Sawyer Brown.
Yeah.
And he said he saw them, and everybody was making a big fuss around him. And he goes, I knew he was somebody, but I didn't know who he was. And he says, so this kid goes up to him and says, are you famous? And he goes, well, some people think so. And he goes, you sing? And he goes, well, some people think so, yeah. And so he goes, well,
how do you answer that, right?
He had this old beat up CD that had been carrying around from Casting Crowns that they made, the little CD, and said, well, my youth group pastor and our worship team made this recording. I want you to listen to it. And he's like, okay, yeah. And he took it, and that was that. And so he said, Mark says that is that his name?
Yeah.
was at a pizza place with the youth group, and he gets a phone call, and he goes, back in the day from a number that you used to answer the phone when somebody called.
Yeah, because there was no identifier.
Yeah. So he answered the phone, and it was the lead singer from
Sawyer Brown.
Sawyer Brown, and he said, "Hey, I'm at the beach here in Florida with Stephen Curtis Chapman,
Hello.
and we've been listening to your album." The rest is history.
So they made Beach Records.
Yeah, they said, we're starting a new record label, and we want you to be our first artist that we sign. So the rest is history.
Now they're there.
They are.
But they still go
Go to church and do the youth
to their
ministry.
church and do the youth ministry. They still do it. Can you imagine going to that church and casting crowns is your youth ministry?
I bet you that church has grown.
I'll bet it is.
Anyway, so that was last night. That leads us up to today, and I'm sitting here.
And here we are, and she's got a onesie on.
And I got a onesie on. But that's our trip so far, and we're flying home tomorrow.
It's 6-something in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Mailman
So we're just hanging out tonight with the fam and enjoying our last. Oh, the meal just came.
Yes, it did.
The last moments of our trip, and yeah.
So that was it. How was that? Did it last? Did it last like hours? It lasted
an hour and 11 minutes.
11 minutes.
We only went 11 minutes over.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So it's
good.
been just an epic adventure. Epic.
See, look, you try it. Well, now maybe you have to go to the edge and do it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. I've had the best time. And now next year I want to take a road trip and bring Wayne, and because he's got to see Nashville, he's got to see Memphis. Memphis was one of the beautiful. I know everybody's like, don't go to Memphis, don't drive it alone, and don't park your car, don't get out of the car, don't. But we went to Sun Records too.
Yes, Sun Records we saw.
Yeah, but I thought Memphis was fascinating, and I thought the architecture was so incredibly beautiful, and I just loved it. Anyway, I've loved the entire. There's not a moment that I've gone except when I was trying to edit that damn video.
I know, Leah. I never saw anybody so flustered. It was sad. She's like, I can't get the pictures.
I can't get it off my phone. I still can't get it.
And it's an Apple phone and an Apple computer. You would think.
Why Apple?
Well, it did finally.
No, I got the pictures, but I still can't get the videos.
Wow.
Because it records in a different form. Whatever. I digress.
Yes.
But it is time for us to wrap this.
It is time to go. We've got to pack.
We got to pack.
I got to do a little laundry.
Yeah.
Clean up. Look at us like, oh.
Woo. I don't care what I look like.
I care what you look like. If I have to sit next to you on a plane.
I don't care. You don't have a choice of who you sit next to on a plane.
We have not seen Chris.
No, I haven't seen him in concert.
No, we don't see too many concerts. This was just like lucky. My daughter called me last year and said they're coming. And we were like, okay, I'm going to buy the tickets right. Let's buy the tickets right now. I sent her the money. Oh, you're welcome, sweetie.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you are welcome, Smitty. We just have had the most amazing
I keep saying it just seems like we've done 3 vacations in one.
I know. Well, we have.
We have. It just
wear that on the plane.
You know what? I already dared her to do it, Yvonne.
I would. I don't have a problem. However, TSA might. Because I was wearing a sweatshirt.
All you have to do is
make me take it off.
Yes.
And I'm not. Going through TSA, I was wearing my coffee sweatshirt, which they wanted me to take it off. And I'm like, there's nothing under it. Oh, I'm like, you have x-ray machines. Why do you need me to take my
right?
Yeah.
I know.
Just saying.
I would love it for her to wear that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she has a zipper up here and a zipper down below. But she's not a man. So if she had to pee, it would be hard.
I'd have to take the whole thing off in an airplane bathroom. I think I went in the airplane bathroom, didn't I? No.
Toby Mac, you've seen Toby Mac?
Oh, Toby
We gotta go to
Mac.
Florida.
Whatever, Charlene.
Mm,
That's awesome.
I love it. I
Yeah.
mean, seriously, aren't they the best?
I
I mean, I'm gonna focus on that, I think, seeing more concerts like that. Because
yeah, it was just a beautiful night. Every night.
sitting next to my daughter,
Yeah.
it was great. It was so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fabulous. Anyway, time for us to wrap it up, y'all. Y'all.
We'll
Just
see
saying.
you when we get home.
We'll see you
Leah
when we get
will be
home.
there next
Next
Friday.
Friday, I'm having my other eye done. I had my cataract removed, which is bizarre because if I close this eye, I can read the comments and everything, but I can't see squat out of this one. So my glasses is opposite.
So she was driving. Just so you know.
Just saying. But depending on the time of the surgery, I may be here. I don't know.
We could stream from your house and mine. We could do a
We could do a dual stream if
Yeah.
it's early enough. It was late last time, so
Yeah.
I was like, they don't put you out, but they give you some sleeping medicine, and I was like, I'm gonna take a nap.
yeah.
So we'll see. I can't promise next Friday, but after that, we're back
on.
in the swing of it.
Yeah.
Back in business, y'all.
It was
So-
good to see you.
It's good to see you guys. We love you, and we will see you next time here on the Hot Chicken channel. And watch for that video. It'll be coming up if I can get it done tonight, and if not, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay,
Yep.
bye.
Bye.